Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the fourth episode of the Bonus Level A Gaming Podcast. I'm joined with Nox, Steely Hub, and Rugged Eagle.
Hello, boys.
Hey guys.
Hello there.
Welcome back to another episode.
So we've got a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about the Snyder Cut and the Falcon and Winter Soldier specifically. And we have some questions about that are oriented in our questions of the week. If you want to be able to ask questions of the week in the next episode of the podcast, you can join our Discord server and ask questions in the respected channel. But our first question of the week comes from Chase Carnell, who asks, what is our most anticipated DC project coming up? And I've had some time to think about this, so I'm going to say the Batman. Batman is my personal favorite superhero of all time, and I'm super glad that he's getting more movies just in general. Anything with Batman in it, I'm mostly on board with, and I'm very excited to get some new movies because I think that Batman needs a good reboot or update and get his own time to shine, because in the DCEU, he doesn't really get his time to shine. He's not in the spotlight, so I'm very excited for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Batman, I'm really looking forward to that as well. But we'll get into this later. But because of Zack Snyder's Justice League, I've kind of grown on Ben Affleck. So I'm not so interested in the Batman upcoming movie at the moment. But doing my recent DCEU watch through, Aquaman I really enjoyed. So I am really looking forward to Aquaman 2, which is an upcoming movie in the DCEU. And also Black Adam, because, I don't know, I'm just hyped about Black Adam as well. One of the two.
The Rock.
Yeah. You've just stole my answer. I was ready, set, but you know what? I'll give it anyway. So well, I guess it's a bit different because I am excited for the new Batman movies. As Asteroid said, I'm a massive fan of Batman. He's one of my favorite heroes, so I'm excited to see how they reboot that. However, I am a big fan of Aquaman. Recently watching the Justice League and reminded me of the movie. I watched the movie a while ago, but it reminded me of how good the movie was, and I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait to see a second one. So I guess I'll have to go with that. I'll have to go with the second Aquaman movie that's coming out.
Yeah, I'm same. Aquaman and the Justice League, especially how it ended. I want to see more, because we'll get into it later on in the podcast more, but the end of Justice League, it's set up so much more, and that's got me hyped for the DCEU now.
Yeah, I agreed. I think all of us can agree after the Snyder Cut that we're kind of on a DC hype train at the moment.
Yeah, definitely.
But moving on to our next question of the week comes from Germ. What fictional property would you like to get in a new non-Lego game? I'm going to be extremely boring and just say Lego DCEU, because I feel like after the Snyder Cut, I realized how much potential there is. You know, we got so many characters coming together. We haven't had that story really told in any game before. And I'm very, very excited to see how that would translate, because it's a very kind of violent. And I think it'd be funny that they can throw some good jokes in there. So I'd be interested in see a DCEU game.
Okay, so just to clarify, the question said non-Lego game.
Non-Lego.
But either way, a fictional property, easily, I don't think it's even questionable for me. I want a good Doctor Who game, because we've never had a good Doctor Who game before. I think it's extremely difficult to write, because to change something as formatted as a TV series into a video game is much more difficult than a movie to a video game, or a video game to a movie. And I think the format for Doctor Who would also be very difficult for a video game, but maybe if there's some talented studios out there or some really talented people, then they might be able to get one sorted out. I think that would be sick.
Okay. That sounds right up your street.
Yeah.
Mine, this is going to sound weird. I recently, literally about 2 days ago, I watched the Sonic movie for the first time. I haven't watched the Sonic movie before, and I was like, you know what, it's all right. I'm, a bit hyped for the second one. And it started bringing back all these memories of me playing the Sonic games as a kid.
Yeah.
I want a brand new open world Sonic game.
Oh, actually, that sounds like a good idea. I could be down with
interesting.
that. Open world Sonic game.
I just want a new good Sonic game. I don't want a 2D platformer Sonic game. I want a proper, like, if you've ever played Sonic Adventures, it's like, it's not open world, but you can, cut about and do bits and bobs. And that's what I want. I want like a proper up-to-date next-gen Sonic Sonic the Hedgehog Lego
like
game.
a Mario Odyssey type of thing.
Yes, yeah, like that. That would be sick.
Yeah,
Imagine that. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I guess that's my
I've
answer.
got
Or a
something
TMNT.
different though. You've said
Yeah.
Doctor Who and all that. I love the Kingsman films, and I really want a
Ooh.
Kingsman game.
Okay.
I think it'd be
Kingsman
so
are
cool
awesome
because
movies.
I mean, it's similar to James Bond with the spy elements, but I love Kingsman, so I would like to see a game based around Kingsman.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that'd
fair.
be
Those
interesting.
movies are unreal. I love them.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
really good movies. Yeah, but I guess
Very-
we won't get into a massive discussion about it. But
Yeah. The next question is going to be coming from Sebas. If I pronounced it incorrectly, I'm apologizing. But which is your favorite movie and why? I want to know favorite movie of all time.
Oh,
If you had to
Jesus.
choose one
Okay.
on the spot, you guys didn't get to think about
What's
this.
yours? What's your favorite movie of all time?
Revenge of the Sith. I mean, I already knew that.
Oh, wow.
I love Revenge of the Sith. Star Wars. I don't know if you can tell. It's kind
Oh,
of my thing. So I was definitely gonna be a Star Wars movie, and Revenge of the Sith is my favorite Star Wars movie. So
That's
if I
such
had
a
to choose
difficult
a-
question.
if
I
I,
mean,
had to choose, yeah,
Sorry.
if I had to choose a non-Star Wars movie, I think it'd be The Dark Knight. But
Okay.
oh,
Yeah.
that's fair.
I would have to. I think I would have to go safe and just say Endgame. But I'm not
Infinity
sure.
War's better.
I mean, in personal
Yeah.
preference, I prefer
Yeah.
Endgame. I would say right now, Zack Snyder's Justice League. We'll get onto it again later, but I really enjoy that movie. That's one of my
Yeah.
favorite comic book movies. Surprisingly, didn't expect it to be. And I like DC a lot more because of it. But I definitely couldn't say it's my favorite movie of all time. But at the same time, I wouldn't like to think of Endgame as my favorite movie of all time because I'm pretty sure there's another movie out there that I prefer. But I'd think I'd probably have to go safe with Endgame.
That's fair. I know mine straight away, and if anyone knows me, they know what I'm about to say. The Nightmare Before Christmas. What
Really?
Why are you laughing? Tell me why you're laughing. It's a fantastic movie.
Okay.
It's- that's the. Sorry to interrupt. But that's the child's Christmas movie, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
That,
that's
what I
the
thought.
The
animated
soundtrack is
Christmas
good.
movie. Yes. That you
The
can
one,
only
the one
watch
with the
Tim Burton.
Christmas.
the Halloween Christmas
yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Okay.
one. Yeah.
It's,
Okay.
it's not. It's okay. Even announced by Tim Burton, it's not a Christmas movie. It's a Halloween movie. Yeah, and I've watched it numerous amounts of times. I love the movie. I love the characters in it. There's a good character depth in it. The story's great. The soundtrack is brilliant, which you can listen to on repeat if you want on Spotify. So you know what? You can laugh all you want, but I love it. So have that.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
You're probably going to think I'm even weirder. I have to say one of my favourite films is Rocket Man, based on Elton John.
Rocket Man.
Fair enough.
I
There
love
we
that
go.
film. And if I were to say another one, Guardians of the Galaxy, that is a
Ooh,
very
that's a good
good
one.
film.
Oh wow.
Guardians
one.
of the Galaxy. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
I think
I
they're my
wasn't
top
expecting
two.
Rocket Man.
Yeah.
I would-
Rocket,
yeah.
Rocket
If I
Man's
had-
a really good film.
If I had something other than, you know what? No, I'm trying to think.
See,
now, 'cause there's
I
another one in the
prefer
back of my
TV
head.
series. I prefer
Yeah.
TV shows to movies
Mm.
for the most part. So I haven't really. It's really difficult to think of your favorite movie. It's a difficult.
If we're
question.
putting in
Yeah.
TV shows, Game of Thrones is the best TV show for me.
yeah,
Although
I would.
the ending was very bad.
Yeah, it was. I would agree. I would say Game of Thrones and Doctor Who are my two favorite TV shows. Game of Thrones is much better on quality level, but Doctor
Yeah.
Who is up there for my childhood and nostalgia and stuff.
Yeah, that's it.
It's
There's
interesting.
a movie I can't get into my head. There's one movie, and it's there. If it pops into my head, I'll bring it up.
You'll let us know. Okay.
The Last Jedi.
No, that is the bottom of the list. I can
Is
tell
it
you that for
Bohemian
free.
Rhapsody?
No, but that is a fantastic movie.
Yeah, yeah.
I've
Alright,
watched that
but-
stupid amounts of times.
Before we go into the next question, I just want to say it's very interesting that I feel like I'm the only person that even chose a Star Wars movie. I thought that was I was expecting at least one of you to say like Empire Strikes Back or something. That was interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
That was just an interesting thing I noticed. Anyways, next question coming from Jonik. Aside from Lego games, what is a game that you would really want to see a sequel of? So any sequel to any game but Lego games. So I'm gonna have to say a modern Battlefront 3. Battlefront 2 is a game I've followed ever since it was first announced, I played it almost like every single day as much as I could. I enjoyed that game so much. I have so many good memories. It's why I really started doing YouTube, or getting into this genre of YouTube, I should say.
Is it? I think he's Mike's gone.
Yeah, well, I would say that I would say for the game that I would really like to see a sequel to is Assassin's Creed Origins. Assassin's Creed first started out with Assassin's Creed 1 with Altair, then I don't know if you've played any of the games before, but Assassin's Creed 2 followed up with Ezio, and then Brotherhood and Revelations, the next two games, followed up with Ezio as well, and those three games are the only games in the entire Assassin's Creed franchise that follow the same character. And the next, apart from probably Edward Kenway in Black Flag, the most recent good character that is worthy of a sequel is Assassin's Creed Origins and Bayek. So that's what I'd like to see.
Yeah, fair enough. It's such a difficult question. There's so many games that I played, and there's no point me going back to my favourite franchise, which is Halo, because they are making more of those games.
Yeah.
So unless Rugged, have you got an answer?
Yes, I have got. Yeah. I've got an answer. I don't know if any of you have played it, but Saints Row. I need Saints Row 5. I need it.
Yeah, I mean that's already got 4 sequels.
Yes, but they are actually... Saints Row 5's been in development for 2 years now, and they should be revealing it very soon. And it should be this E3, hopefully.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is eating me alive. I guess I was going to go like down the route of saying like Skate 4, but that's been announced as an actual game that's coming.
Guys, right, so these are all games that are like the 4th and 5th game. How about a sequel to a game that hasn't got a sequel?
Wait, hold on. Asteroid said Battlefront 3.
Yeah,
okay.
That also doesn't count. Alright.
Oh, okay, so a singular game then.
So like I picked Assassin's Creed Origins.
Minecraft 2. There we go.
Fair,
Minecraft 2.
That's a good answer, that is.
That's
a good answer. I would like a Minecraft 2 as well. Sort out ray tracing, launch it of ray tracing, and Minecraft 2. I'd play that.
Add more bosses, Minecraft, please. I'm bored of the Ender Dragon. We need more bosses in Minecraft.
Okay, this is a really difficult question.
It is.
If you can't answer it, we can move on.
No, because a lot of games get a second game out of the bat anyway, because it makes the company money. I'm trying to think of a game that was a smash hit that hasn't got a second. Wait, what about Medieval? That's a childhood game that I played, and I'm pretty sure it didn't have a second game. So I'll check that out there. Why not?
Oh, I was gonna answer. Never mind. This is for the next question. I was looking at the wrong question.
Okay,
continue.
right.
Sorry.
No, let's go to the next question now. Let's do it.
All right. The next question is from Chase. If you could make this huge blockbuster movie with an unlimited budget, what would it be about? And who would be the cast? And this can be for any property, so this doesn't have to be something original.
No.
Anything, anyone. Yeah, what would you guys say? And for me, this would be an actual live-action Clone Wars movie. So Clone Wars is my favorite piece of media ever out of anything. That's why I like Star Wars so much. I love the characters so much. I think a live-action, like, not about Republic Commandos, because I know that's kind of its own thing, but a war-esque Republic Commando type Clone Wars movie, which obviously we have we have the animated series, but I feel like seeing it in live action would be so cool. I would love to see that. And we could have Tamara Morrison back, of course, and beyond that, I don't know.
I'm going to be the most boring and exciting at the same time. Just go for the most fan service crossover biggest movie in history. Where you have Star Wars and Marvel and DC and Doctor Who and Game of Thrones and everything. Just put it all together. A big mashup. Put in all the best actors, but it wouldn't be bad because I've got unlimited budget. So I'm going to get the best writers and directors in film history. and it's gonna be the biggest, best movie of all time.
You're
can
off
throw
your,
in-
you're off your nut.
I can't wait to see Scooby-Doo interact with Iron Man. This will be awesome.
Like Lego Dimensions, but just dimensions.
Oh, so
There you
Lego
go.
Dimensions movie.
Yeah.
In
I
a
mean, fair
sense.
enough. That's
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's a
that
good
is
idea.
interesting for sure. I'm gonna go down the route of saying an actual good live action movie that's based around Halo. I think having Tom Hardy play Master Chief could be pretty cool. He's a good actor and he gets involved in those sort of serious roles. The Arbiter could be played by someone like Idris Elba. I think that could be quite funny. Other than that, I guess I just want a good live action Halo movie. It's got such a good storyline behind it, but there's never good budget or good writers actually doing the live action stuff, and it always flops. So to have something good like that would be right up my street.
For me, I know you've all gone massively big budget, but I would like to see Family Guy do every single Star Wars movie as a mick take again.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Okay.
To be fair, no, that's fair.
They haven't done the prequels and they have not done the sequels, so
I'd love to see the prequels.
Yeah, I would love to
That'd
see
be
that too.
I'd also
that'd be
like to be a little bit more realistic and ground my answer, and say a good Doctor Who movie. We got one in like 19.
With the best Doctor Who theme.
No, not at all.
Yes.
We got the Doctor Who a movie which was all really Americanized and was
With
the
one
Eighth
of the
Doctor.
best Doctors.
It was okay, but it wasn't good. And the closest to a movie since then was the 50th anniversary special.
Yeah.
But I think a good Doctor Who movie would be epic. But
I think it should have Paul McGann as the main.
yeah, hell yeah. So in the Doctor Who movie, Paul McGann wasn't great, but in the Night of a Doctor,
Oh yeah, he was fantastic.
yeah, that little short for the 50th anniversary, Paul McGann was amazing. He could be one of my favorite Doctors, or my
Yeah.
favorite Doctor, if he had a whole series based on how good he was with Stephen Moffat in the Night of a Doctor special.
Don't mind us, we're just going into a Doctor Who fanboy.
Right.
You know.
So one thing before we move on is I think only me and Knox had actors.
Oh,
No,
what?
DL
No,
didn't.
I said.
No, well, mine's
Did
Family
you?
Guy, so
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
Seth MacFarlane.
Okay, so it'd be the voice actors from Family Guy for you. Who did you say, DL?
I said Tom Hardy as Master Chief.
Oh, you're right,
and
I'm
Idris
sorry.
Elba is the
You're
other.
right,
I'll,
you're right,
I'll
you're right.
add another actor in there, Ewan McGregor, because Ewan
Yeah, I was gonna-
McGregor's one of my favourite actors, so I'm gonna just
Well-
drop him in as the master for
as the
Who.
Doctor.
I was
Oh,
gonna
it's-
say Ewan McGregor as well as an addition to my Clone Wars movie. I think that'd be
Well,
awesome.
I'd
Oh
like
my
a
God,
Jim
seeing-
Carrey somewhere as a comedic.
Put Jim-
kind of
Who
I
would
think that's
Jim
only
Carrey?
because you watched Sonic the other day and you got Jim Carrey on your
Jim
mind.
Carrey's amazing.
Yeah,
Who
he's
did-
hilarious. He's mostly one of my favourite
Bruce
actors.
Almighty. That's a great.
The Mask is one of the funniest, isn't it?
Yeah, seen that.
It would be so funny if Jim Carrey played some edition or some variation of Jar Jar.
Oh
I
my
feel like that'd
God,
be
it's
so
funny.
hilarious.
I think that would be so stupid and
dear me.
funny. I don't know. I feel like he
would
fits
be-
Jar
he
Jar.
would be, yeah, 100%. That's hilarious. I'd watch
Jim
it.
Carrey is Jar Jar.
I'll watch it.
That'd be great.
Jar Jar Binks, a Star Wars story.
Yes, we
Imagine.
need it. He never dies, so we don't know what happens. I mean, come on. How long do Gungans live for? Just have an
1
infinite
million
lifespan.
days. I don't know.
All
I
right.
can
Well,
have a look.
all right. I think we should move on while you're doing that to the DC segment, the movies segment of
Hell
the
yeah.
podcast. We need to talk about Snyder Cut. So
Let's do it.
before
Snyder
we go into
Cut.
the news, before we go into the aftermath and talk about story points, I want every single person to give it a rating out of 10 and no explanation. For me, 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
hmm
Oh, wow.
No explanation. One rating.
8 out of 10. 8 or 8.5 out of 10.
Okay. Sheesh.
This man said no explanation.
We'll get to that in a second. This would be. I want this to be interesting.
I'll
'Cause you gotta-
give it. I'll give it a 7.8. I'll give it a 7.8 out of 10.
Okay.
Are we specific?
Specifics. Yeah. Okay.
IMDb.
I'll give it a 3.5.
So
Look at
we're just
yourself.
going downhill.
Yeah,
here.
I'm joking. I'll
we
give it
started
like an
off really
8.
high, and
I'm gonna kick you from the VC for a second.
No, I'll give it about. Probably about a 7.5 and 8.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so something else. One, we can talk about our explanations as to why we think it's good and bad. But I want to do another thing. Is name your favorite thing about the movie and your least favorite. So
Okay.
I'll go first
Okay. Yeah,
if you want.
go.
My favorite thing has to be Steppenwolf. How much they added to Steppenwolf.
Mhm.
He wasn't my favorite part about the movie.
Okay.
He was my favorite thing that they developed on. He looks great. His voice is my favorite voice in the whole movie, above
Mhm.
Darkseid, above all the superheroes. He sounds so good. Looks
I
great.
just want to say, he's voice acted. I can't remember who the actor is, but he plays a character in Game of Thrones who's
Ooh,
really
nice.
good. Steppenwolf.
Yeah, Steppenwolf. He was my favorite thing that they expanded on. Probably, maybe not my favorite thing in the whole movie, but I really, really enjoyed it. My least favorite thing, they changed a post-credit scene from the Joss Whedon version when Deathstroke talks to Lex Luthor. So instead of them talking about building the Legion of Doom, he gives him his name. So for me, there's no
Yeah.
context to that. How does Lex know that? Why does he tell Deathstroke like this randomly? And there's no like payoff to it. It's just that he knows it now, and now he's gonna do something with it. Like there's no payoff.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
in the original
Okay.
cut, we know that they're gonna build the Legion of Doom. They're gonna get more villains in here. They're setting up a bigger movie where it's the Legion of Doom versus the Justice League. I personally preferred the Lex Luthor and Deathstroke original scene.
Let me argue against this.
Okay.
First of all, that wasn't the original scene. The original scene was what we saw in the Snyder cut. That was
yeah, you're right. You're right. You're correct, man.
The Whedon cut was a reshoot that they added. It
Yep.
was just a zoom in of Lex Luthor. Also, if we do hashtag restore the Snyderverse, then we will see Deathstroke have that payoff with knowing his name is Bruce
So,
Wayne.
I'm going to counter argue they can still set that up in Batman if they do that. If they
Yes.
restore it,
Okay.
they can still do that. It doesn't need to be a post-credit scene in this movie because I feel like it's too specific. This is a grand movie. Instead of developing the Legion of Doom, they gave Deathstroke Batman's name.
Okay.
So I don't know. I prefer.
It made sense with the next post credit scene we got where we saw Deathstroke because
That made sense. The next
what I
one.
also feel like is that Zack Snyder purposefully left loads of post credit
Open-ended,
scenes,
yeah,
obviously
yeah.
before
Yeah,
the
totally.
credits, to make people want the next movie, and we do
Yeah.
because there's
Mm-hmm.
a whole story opened up for that.
That, my friend, is called a cliffhanger.
Okay, so
Yeah.
my favorite thing and my least favorite thing. My favorite thing is probably Superman's entrance at the end, where
Okay.
when Steppenwolf hits him on the shoulder. Spoiler alert, by the way. Spoiler alert for Justice League, Zack Snyder's. If you haven't seen it, I mean it's probably a little bit late now.
A little bit late,
but
yeah.
you
Yeah.
really should see it. Superman's entrance was my favorite thing, and surprisingly, I really liked every single time Wonder Woman done anything and it played her theme because I just thought that was epic. But I know that annoyed quite a few
Yeah.
people.
It was
My
a little
least
annoying for me.
favorite thing in the entire movie is that Amazon that got stuck under the horse and was left there. That annoyed me the
That's
most.
true. I
Because
thought about that. And I didn't
Don't
really
they
think that anymore.
have some sort of super strength, Amazons? Couldn't
Yeah.
she have pushed off the horse
Yeah.
at all?
It might have been a very
However-
heavy horse.
However, it's actually a real thing. So, say your whole body gets stuck under a car or something heavy. As soon as you take it off, a bubble goes up to your heart and pops it, so you'll die anyway. So,
Oh.
Okay, but what if you just
Wow.
break your legs?
yes, but if you look at the horse, it's more than over her legs.
It is on her
Basically,
waist.
because it causes all of the
Oh.
pressure, and as soon as you release the pressure, basically, your heart just
Okay.
explodes and you'll
Okay.
die. So
Fair enough.
when ambulances get called out to accidents like that, they actually give the person the phone to call their parents and stuff or whoever
Okay,
to say
okay.
goodbye.
What's your favorite and least favorite thing from the movie?
Let's move on. Yeah.
I was just justifying the point.
all right. It got
Alright.
really dark. So can we
Wow.
can we talk
Yeah.
about what's your favorite and least favorite things from Justice League?
Okay, so I'm gonna go with my least favorite thing first, and it may be very controversial, and you may disagree. However, I really, really didn't like the Joker at the end. I thought it was cringy.
okay.
I didn't like how he played it off, and the fact that he really tried with the Joker's laugh, and it wasn't good. He sounded rubbish in my opinion.
So actually, I was going to get to this later. I completely agree with you. I was going to say that was my second least favorite thing.
Yeah.
I
Because
agree and disagree.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
it's an improvement from Suicide Squad, but I don't think Jared Leto's going to win me over.
no.
So the first time
it's-
I watched it, I didn't like it at all. But the second time I watched it, I did enjoy it much more than the first time. I still do not like Jared Leto as the Joker because his first Joker appearance in Suicide Squad was rubbish. Even though I don't think that was the original vision that Ayer was going for, because there is the Ayer cut of Suicide Squad, which we'll talk about in a bit. But it seems like now he's just going for a Heath Ledger Joker, but he's not as good as Heath Ledger, so why try to be like HeathLedger?
yeah,
Because
exactly.
like, he said to Batman, "You're my best friend," or something like that, but we've never seen that play out before. So
Well, I mean,
it
that's-
kind of felt tacked on.
So something
Yeah.
I saw was that was going to be explained in the next Justice League movie. It was going to have a flashback to him killing Robin and explaining their whole dynamic. Although, again, that's something I disagree with because I feel like that's a total Batman story, like movie right there. Like,
Mhm.
and why would you do that a flashback?
Zack Snyder did say that even though he thinks that Ben Affleck won't be up for it, he thinks that a Batman prequel movie would be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that would. I mean, you heard my my first answer to the first question. I'd love anything Batman.
Okay,
Especially
Dale,
that.
what's your favourite thing from the movie?
I didn't even get to go through why Joker was my
Oh,
least
okay,
favorite. You guys
alright.
just took the scene.
I thought you did. Okay, sorry.
I mean, I did a little bit. I was just gonna go on a bit. Like you guys kind of covered it for me about like Heath Ledger. I can see that he was really trying to go with that sort of type of Joker, and it just didn't work. And again, I just thought it was cringy and a bit rubbish. But most probably my favorite thing that it's really small, but I'm gonna say it anyway, is when Batman and the Flash Barry Allen get into Batman's Mercedes, and he's like, he's
Yeah.
like, so what's your superpower? And he's like,
I'm
I'm
rich.
just rich, and I'm like, damn, this guy, and he just says it with such posture,
I like that as well.
such what's the word? With such
Confidence.
integrity
Swagger.
and confidence, yeah. He's just like,
Mm.
my superpower is that I'm rich, and I'm like, I rate that. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
I
It's
rate
just that
that.
one quote. I was like, yeah, I like that. So that's
He's
that
honest.
was my favorite part.
He's honest. Or what about you, Rugged?
Yeah, you're gonna think I'm a weirdo for this. My favourite part of the movie was Batman's quads. Look at them legs.
What?
Jesus Christ. They are massive.
Okay,
Alright
and what's
then.
your least favourite part of the movie?
I know I
Wonder
we need
Woman's
to talk
quads.
about Batman's quads. I mean, look at the power of them quads. When he boots that alien thing, he goes flying.
That's true. That was an awesome roundhouse
No, like
kick.
seriously, I've sent a picture. Look at Batman's quads.
Have you
They
really
are
just sent a
massive.
picture of
They
Ben
are
Affleck's?
massive. Look at
To
them
be
quads.
fair, they are big.
I mean, this really wasn't the answer I was hoping to get when I asked this question. I gotta be honest with you.
I saw
But-
it coming from Rug. To be fair,
Yeah, but
Let's
look
be
at
honest.
them. Anyway,
Okay,
like,
let's-
worst
least
bit of
favorite
the
part.
movie. I have to say I love slow motion, but when it's overused a lot.
That's fair.
No, I
actually.
don't think it was overused so much, but there were a bit of times I'm like slow motion again. But
Mm-hmm.
overall, I think he did great job on the slow motion.
Yeah.
It was definitely
I feel like they-
overused, but that's Zack
I feel
Snyder
like-
for you.
Yeah. Wonder Woman theme. I enjoy the Wonder Woman theme, so I'm not bothered. But you know.
I mean, it's we're getting unlimited cut runtimes, so I feel like he could do whatever he really wanted with that. So I'm happy that he got to do that, but at the same time, he could have cut at least a half hour.
They were
of the
still
movie.
cool to see. The CGI were great, so it made
Yeah,
it
it was cool. It was cool. So I don't really. There was some slow mos where it was very important, especially like when Flash is running and stuff. But otherwise, it just.
So yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that this is a 4-hour cut of the Snyder cut of Justice League, but it could be easily trimmed down to a 3-hour really good movie.
Not 3 hours.
I disagree. I want all of that extra footage. Even that scene, that pretty weird scene with the girl singing to Aquaman as he's going into the water and then sniffing his jumper. I still kind of enjoyed that scene. I didn't hate that scene.
I thought it was a bit weird.
Yeah.
Can I change my least favorite scene?
Okay,
I did not like that. That was I'm glad we got it, but I did not like that at all. I almost skipped ahead.
Yeah, that was.
I was like, how is this still going?
I pulled out my phone and started
yeah.
scrolling
Weirdly
through
though,
Instagram.
this movie, it's such a long movie, but I didn't actually want it to end.
Yeah, exactly. Like
the second time I watched it, I was like,
yeah,
no,
you don't
only
want it to
40 minutes
end,
left,
you know.
What do I do?
Like I
No,
remember
was
so much
pausing
time with
halfway,
things, man.
and I just wish it never ended. Like especially how it ended though. We need more, but
show us
sometimes
Dark
it gives
Side on Earth. Show us Martian Manhunter. Give us Ryan Reynolds as Green Lantern. He was supposed to come back.
I know. They even filmed him. They filmed him, didn't they? But they wouldn't let Zach use it. So we got Martian Manhunter instead.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him after Green Lantern, the Green Lantern movie. I actually don't blame him. So, I mean, fair enough, but I want to see it. I mean, we saw Green Lantern in the battle with Darkseid in the flashback, and that was one of my favorite sequences in the whole film. Was that flashback sequence?
I can't wait
That
for
was
the next
so
one
good.
when we get to see the Hall of Justice.
Well, apparently
also-
there won't
that's
be a
gonna
next one.
sick.
I feel like in that scene with Darkseid, the Green Lantern dropped his ring, and I thought it was and then Darkseid went to grab it, but then it went away. So kind of teasing, well, there's going to be another Green Lantern, and that I was kind of hoping that was going to be answered.
So Knox, I don't want to. Do you know how the Green Lantern Corps works?
No,
in DC?
I've got no idea. No.
There's like 200. They're like Jedi.
Yeah, there's a lot of
so
there's
many
there's
Green
loads of
Lanterns.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Green Lantern ring, when their user dies or is not worthy of the ring, it's kind of like Thor's hammer-ish. If they're not worthy of the ring or they die, they find a new owner.
Have you seen the original Green Lantern movie?
I can't
No,
believe you haven't.
so I was wondering. I was like, hold on, Ryan Reynolds is Green Lantern. So how come I've just watched the whole of the DCEU and I haven't seen him? So
It's not part of it.
Yeah, it's
what
like
movie
saying
is he
about
in?
X-Men isn't part of the MCU.
yeah, I know, I get it, and
Yeah.
also all the Batman movies, all the Superman movies. So it's not DCEU. I get it.
Yeah.
But what movie is Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern?
It's just Green Lantern.
It's just
yeah.
What
it's
year?
just green.
What year did it come out?
I want to say like 2000.
2007, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, around there.
Okay.
I'll check. Give me a second.
I
It was
remember
a
paying
while
£10
ago.
for that DVD. What a regret.
Yeah, I know. To be fair, I didn't mind it when I was really young, but growing up and watching. it
Yeah,
back
I
as
was
a
young
kid-
and I didn't like it. So
Oh,
that's
wow.
saying something. I was
It
like
came out in-
8 or something.
It came out in 2011.
Oh,
Jeez,
really?
That ain't that long ago, you
Okay.
know. 10 years
I
ago.
thought it were older.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I thought it was like
12.
I was gonna say 2003.
I wanna say a few stuff about what I really liked about Justice League and that I really hate about the Whedon cut, because I was
Yes.
doing my DCEU watch along for the first time, although I've seen Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad back in the day. So I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League before I saw the Whedon cut, then I watched the Whedon cut, and then I saw Justice League again after that, and I can't wait for the Justice's Grey version so I can see it again. But the Whedon cut, so Justice League Zack Snyder is like, so I said 8.5 out of 10. Whedon cut, 2.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hate it. Just a
It's
few
so bad.
examples of how bad that movie is with all their really ridiculously terrible jokes. The scene where Kal-El, or Superman, is in his backyard or wherever, and Lois is walking towards him. he says something like, it felt itchy coming back
Yeah.
to life, and then she's standing next to him, and she goes, "You smell good." But in the Zack Snyder's cut, she says, "You spoke," and it makes sense because it was the first time he spoke since she saw him
Yeah.
again. But
Yeah.
they changed it to "You smell good" for a pun.
You know what the best thing is? I actually never watched the Whedon cut, so
Good.
I'm actually happy
Oh,
that I
oh,
I
do
watched
know
a
what
bit
you're on
of
about.
it and stopped.
I wanna. Oh my god, I have so much to say about Steppenwolf.
Go
Why?
on.
He looks like an old bald guy with a helmet in the Whedon cut.
Yeah,
He
it
looks so
awful.
bad.
He looks so good in the Snyder cut, though.
Mhm.
Imagine, okay, it reminds me of PS2 Hagrid if they put him into like live action form. He looks
Yeah.
so bad without like trim the beard, PS2 Hagrid. That's what he looks like to me. He's
Yeah.
so bad.
He
I
looked
hate- I-
awful, but they really did it with the Snyder cut.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he looks
He looks
oh, man.
fantastic, and like you say, the voice acting as well. His voice is really great. His armor
voice.
I like how his armor, just in every scene, the way it moves, it just looks so
Yeah.
fluid and fantastic. I really enjoy it. But one of my favorite parts, and poor to the guy, is when he gets his head cut off by Wonder Woman as he's like flying through. And
That's awesome, yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
so cool, just like how she jumps up, times it perfectly, and you know exactly what she's gonna do, and then bam, this guy's
It
getting his
happens.
head cut off. Yeah.
Can
Oh
we
my God,
talk
when-
about how awesome Steppenwolf's character is in this movie? Because
It's
in
so
the Whedon
good.
cut, he just says "mother, mother," and like on about the boxes, but it and like he has no drive. He's got no reason to be killing everybody. He's just a bad guy. But in
Yeah.
this movie, he's got a reason for everything that he does. It's
Yeah.
for Darkseid, and he's actually a good character. He's one of my favorite villains. Hold on, no, my favorite villain from the DCU because of
Me
how
too.
good he is in this movie.
I was
Who
gonna say,
voiced him?
Joker's not your favorite villain.
why would he be in the DCEU?
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Okay.
Whoa, hold up.
I was gonna say you have General Zod, you have Lex Luthor, Doomsday,
Aquaman's
have-
brother.
Norm guy,
Yeah.
Normie.
I mean,
Um,
as a
what
whole
was-
in DC, Joker's my favorite. I mean, out of everything, Joker's
Cheetah.
my favorite villain.
Oh
well, yeah,
Heath
me too,
Ledger
but not in the
Joker.
DCEU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like I like Steppenwolf more in the DCEU. I'm not a fan of Jared Leto.
No,
It was
Jared Leto's
Joker.
awful. Put him in the bin, man.
Yeah.
Put him in the bin.
Oh, Deathstroke is in the. Well, we haven't really seen him do anything. Maybe
Is he
No.
the same Deathstroke from the Arrow TV
That's
show?
what I thought, but he's not.
No,
He
there's
looks,
no
he
because
looks exactly the same, doesn't he? Really?
in the Arrow he has such a heavy Australian accent. So unless that's all
yeah,
fake,
Arrow's Deathstroke is mint.
yeah, I love Arrow's
Yeah.
Deathstroke. It looks so good. Or sounds. He's just overall so good. I
He
love
looks
that.
exactly like him though. That because I was thinking, is that the
it
one
does.
from Arrow?
And I thought exactly the same thing, but it's not. It's because they've both got the same grey and like black hair.
Yeah.
They got the same tinted
Yeah.
hair. I guess that's
Tinted.
Deathstroke in a whole anyway. But no, it's not the same one. But I can see what you mean. I thought it for a few seconds. I was like, wait, hold up.
Do you reckon Green Arrow will come into the DCU?
Okay, I was actually just gonna bring this up. So I was watching this when I was watching it for the first time, the Snyder cut, and he goes, "There's 6 tables, and then room for more." So obviously, Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, those are coming if we
Hmm.
continue this. What I was thinking is, we have Deathstroke and Arrowverse, and then we have that crossover. Spoilers crossover near the end of the Flash, where you have Ezra Miller's Flash in the Flash show with Grant Gustin for a scene, which is pretty cool.
Mhm.
So they're in a connected multiverse, but they're not in the same universe.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
are they
yeah.
gonna are they gonna recast a Green Arrow and have him be in there? Or are they gonna do the multiverse cross? Because the multiverse crossover thing for DC's already happened. That's happened
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a year or two ago. So
Yes.
are they gonna bring that over? Like what's the deal with that?
How
Okay,
many
I-
Green
I'm excited.
Arrow actors have we had? Is it 2?
I don't
Uh,
know, but
I wanna
if they
say-
don't bring Stephen Amell in,
No, we
Stephen
had one in
Amell's
Smallville.
fantastic.
There was one
so
in
then
Smallville.
Then there would be
Green
2.
Arrow.
Steven needs to come back though.
Stephen's
I won't-
great.
Yeah,
Okay,
he is
so,
so good.
In terms of the multiverse, I'll step on this and then I'll go back a bit. The Flash, apparently might have Michael Keaton return as Batman in the new Flash movie. Obviously that must be the multiverse, but Michael Keaton has said that he doesn't necessarily know if he's going to be doing it yet because he's got a lot on his plate because of COVID-19 plans and stuff. If the multiverse is a thing in the DCEU, doesn't that just open up for the potential for the Snyderverse? Because they could just have the Snyderverse as a universe that is just part of the multiverse, but is a different timeline to the rest of it. So they could literally have the Snyderverse, they could kill off Harley Quinn, kill off Lois Lane, kill off all these characters, and then turn around after the trilogy and say, well, this was only one of the timelines in the multiverse, so we're going to carry on.
So I was going to say is like, in our last episode, we talked about they're rebooting they're doing a new Superman movie. They have the Batman trilogy. Those can combine. What if that's another timeline? So then we have the Arrowverse. We have these new trilogies of superheroes. We have the Snyderverse. They could all converge into one thing because the multiverse has already happened. We could see 3 Batmans. Well,
get Christian Bale back.
Batman. Oh my God! The Dark Knight is a part of the DCEU.
Oh, imagine if we get Alfred and Alfred. We get Michael Caine and then the Alfred that would be epic. Imagine their little suit together.
But I'm so sad though. We're never gonna get Jared Leto and Heath Ledger.
Oh wow.
I'm not sad because Jared Leto.
I'm not because Heath Ledger would have just stolen the show.
Oh, he was so good as the Joker.
I think. Well, I wouldn't mind if he just steals it. I mean, I think.
Yeah,
I would want him to steal it. I mean, that's not a bad thing from here.
On about Zack Snyder's Justice League again, Rotten Tomatoes has been scored 96 audience rating after 25,000 votes and counting. So it's doing very well. It's also, I'm pretty sure, a hit on HBO Max, which is really good. I'm pretty sure 35% more viewed or whatever than Wonder Woman. But there's been, over the last few days, there's been a lot of trending topics related to the Snyderverse. The main biggest hashtag is hashtag restore the Snyderverse. But Warner Bros. Responded to this, saying, I appreciate that they love Zack's work and we are very thankful for his many contributions to DC. We're just so happy that he could bring his cut of his Justice League to life because that wasn't in the plan until about a year ago. With that comes the completion of a trilogy. We're very happy we've done this, but we're very excited about the plans we have for all the multi-dimensional DC characters that are being developed right now. Basically saying, no more Snyderverse.
No, that's bullcrap.
They also responded to the question, will there be more director's cuts? So will we see David Ayer's cut of Suicide Squad? And they simply said, we will not be developing David Ayer's cut of Suicide Squad. But they said the same thing for the Snyder cut when that was announced.
That's what I want to say.
Yeah. They specifically said it's not happening. And it happened.
The Snyderverse has been trending for how long has it? It's been trending every single day since it came out.
And not just that, but Zack Snyder's Justice League, the Snyder Cut, even Batman and Ben Affleck, been trending.
Every single character has been trending for at least half a day on Twitter ever since it came out.
Yeah,
every single major character. There's no way, right? I mean, we know Warner Brothers are stupid.
So foolish.
They put Suicide Squad out in theaters, and they're saying we're not making. Well, they are actually making it, but that's probably why they're. Oh, now that I think about it, I'm going to change topics for a second. They're probably not going to release the Ayer cut because they're already rebooting Suicide Squad.
Yeah, the Suicide Squad. I think that's stupid. I do. They're making the Suicide Squad.
You're on about all these different universes and stuff. Imagine if they brought in Joaquin Phoenix into a Batman.
Oh my God. I actually don't know if I want that. Joker works so well as its own movie. It works so well as its own thing.
Yeah,
just let it be.
He's so good as Joker. You get a good Batman actor, even Ben Affleck maybe. Oh, that bang.
What, booting with his giant quads?
Screw his quads, bro.
All right.
If they recast Jared Leto with Joaquin Phoenix, I would not be mad. But I don't know if bringing the Joker film in.
Yeah, I don't think he's suited for it until we see him do it, because his Joker movie is completely different to the Jokers we've seen before. So it would be interesting, but at the same time, if you look at the kind of destruction he set at the end of his movie, I think he definitely could be a Heath Ledger nearly level character, completely much better than Jared Leto, and be a competing Joker. Although, since Justice League, I just want Ben Affleck back as the Joker, which is weird because
the
when I
Joker?
saw
Ben
Batman
Affleck
vs
as the
Superman,
Joker.
sorry, as Batman, but when I saw Batman vs Superman, I saw it before, but again last week, I watched it, and my first reaction was, I don't like Ben Affleck as Batman. I didn't like him, and then I watched
Justice League made
Zack
him.
Snyder's Justice League, and I really liked him as Batman. His action sequences were awesome. His character was better. He was building the team together. He was so better.
Actually, I want to
Say that his
argue about.
quads are massive.
Okay, I want to argue about one thing you said.
You're obsessed with his quads, man.
I love Batman to death. He's my favorite non-Star Wars character, period, out of anything. But he did not do so well in action up until he got on that turret in the final battle.
Yeah, that's what I mean, man. That
I've
little
got a
action
fun,
sequence had me going. That was
I
awesome.
when
Would
he
you rather-
when he dropped. Sorry, 1 second. When he dropped on that parademon, when he was rescuing Silas Stone, he was fighting that one parademon for like 2 minutes straight. When Wonder Woman took out like 10 and was fighting
I know,
Steppenwolf
but yeah,
alone.
that was ridiculous. I was like, you're Batman. How can you not take out a parademon? Like, he's just being attacked and thrown all over the place by this one goon.
And then after that, he gets the Nightcrawler on the wall, doesn't get up to the battle. Steppenwolf sees it, destroys it before he even gets there. I'm like, come on, do Batman some justice. I don't know. Like when he jumps down from everything, every single time he jumps off something, he looks like Arkham Batman. It looks so cool.
When he was absorbing all the blaster bolts, that looked pretty epic as well.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But like, I just feel like that parademon threw him around like 4 walls before he even pushed him. I'm like, bro, come on. There's no way.
Just a quick question. Have you got any of you guys seen the Batman the animated series?
I've seen like
when
3
I was
episodes
younger,
of it.
yes, because I had a game where it was like the intro to the Batman animated series, with like the city in the background and stuff. And I don't know if this is actually in the series or not because I haven't seen it in a long time. But I used to play a game on laptop or PC, which was a Batman game set in that. It was like a 2D kind of platformer game.
Because Mark Hamill plays the Joker in that, and that's by far the best Joker.
Yeah.
Any of you that say he isn't
Same
the
with the
best Joker?
Arkham games.
No. He played in Arkham, but I still think Heath Ledger's better than Mark Hamill's Joker.
Nah, Mark Hamill's the best.
Mark Hamill's by far the best.
I'd say Heath Ledger. I would put Mark second, but Heath Ledger, no, I mean, maybe it's just because I'm nostalgic and I've only seen like 3 episodes of them like 10 years ago. I haven't seen it in so long. I mean, I've played most of the Arkham games and Mark Hamill is the Joker in that, which I've really enjoyed, and I'm still going to put that as second. But there's no, I don't think there's ever going to be a Joker that tops Heath Ledger for me.
I don't know. Joaquin Phoenix nearly topped it for me, to be honest.
I'd put him third.
He portrayed the Joker. He was just incredible.
I guess my only
and everything.
The only complaint with that is, I think everyone's only complaint with that movie is that it wasn't like, well, okay, I loved the movie, but the people that didn't like the movie were complaining that it's not a superhero movie. And I think it's good that it's not a superhero movie.
Well, it's not meant to be.
Yeah, I know. It's not meant to be. But that is one of the complaints I've heard actually quite a bit about it. And I don't see Joaquin Phoenix as a supervillain.
Oh,
that's why I want Joker to be its own thing. It's such a good movie. It deals with everything that's going in his head. Everything makes complete sense. There's nothing that's like, why does he do that? Everything feels like it has a consequence, but I don't see him being the big supervillain. Like, at the end, he causes this huge mob unintentionally. He just wanted to kill the guy because he got pissed off and he's going crazy. The mob just agreed with him. That wasn't him, like, intentionally, like, getting goons to go kill Martha and Bruce Wayne's dad and whatever. I don't see him as a supervillain. I see him as a good Joker, though. I don't know. That's my rant.
Okay, back to Zack Snyder's cut for the Justice League.
Wait, hold on. Rugged was asking a would you rather earlier.
Oh yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, I would just because I think I couldn't hear you. So, I was just asking, would you rather have, so there can be no Batman after this or no other Joker, would you rather Batman be George Clooney for the entirety, or would you have Jared Leto be Joker forever?
Ooh.
Jared Leto. I want good Batman. I can deal with bad Jokers.
Nah,
So
I don't know,
you'll be
good
happy
Joker.
to have Jared Leto as Joker forever?
Because
With
he
a good
could
Batman,
look. He's
hell yeah.
He's had Suicide Squad where it was terrible. He's improved here. He keeps up the trend. He could be all right. Batman, you need a good Batman. I will be
Yeah.
very angry if there's a bad if we get another like Adam West Batman. I'm no disrespect, but like that wouldn't work anymore.
You
Yeah.
can
Like, we can't
replace
have another-
supervillains. You can't replace Batman. You
You
got
can't really,
Scarecrow
yeah.
and Penguin and all of these different other supervillains. You can't replace Batman. so-
Doesn't he have
Yeah.
a Batman credit card in that film?
Joker?
No, in Batman and Robin, he has George Clooney has a
Oh, I
Bat
don't
credit
know.
card, doesn't he?
I don't know.
Oh, dear.
Oh, probably he does, doesn't he? I don't know.
Yes,
I'm not-
he
I
That's
don't,
so
I don't remember.
cringy.
I mean, Adam West, George Clooney, that stuff is like, it's a little silly. I remember a scene where Robin and Batman, or maybe it's just Robin, is on a ladder flying over the ocean, and they have like another helicopter filming it, and it looks so stupid. It looks kind of funny. It's just Robin's climbing up and down the ladder. It's so funny. It's funny for the wrong reasons, in my opinion. But I have a massive respect for it because again, Batman favorite character outside Star Wars. Love that origin stuff. I'm glad he's evolved. I just don't think that would work anymore.
Yeah.
Before
Okay.
everyone hates on this. So.
Right. Let's wrap up Snyder Cut, but move back to it to finish the conversation. What do you guys think about the entire nightmare sequence and how that is going to play out in the next two movies?
I'm so mad we're not getting more. I love that so much.
Well, we definitely don't know if we're not getting any more. We've been
Well, I
told
guess
we're
so,
not, but they were even more explicit about not getting the Snyder Cut. And of course we got the Snyder Cut. I think we're probably going to just a while down the line.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Mm.
I don't want to see Amber Heard ever again.
No, so okay, let's move on. Aquaman 2, because we can go into this conversation actually. Aquaman 2 begins filming this June, with the work entitled Necros. Interesting. Black Manta, Arthur Curry as Aquaman, or Arthur Curry Aquaman, and Amber Heard are all returning. So Amber Heard as Mera, all returning. But that it has been rumored that a new female lead will be introduced, and Mera will be taking a back seat. So it will be easier to throw her overboard if necessary. But
Yeah.
obviously, we don't want Amber Heard. Mera is an okay character, but we don't want
Yeah.
Amber Heard in. So just replace Amber Heard with Amelia Clarke and you're set.
Yes,
Am I right?
that'd be awesome. Yes, you're 100% correct. That is really good casting, I think.
Yeah, I don't think there's any better casting than Amelia Clarke
No,
over
yeah.
Amber Heard. Because
If you did some research, maybe, but yeah,
Well,
off the top of my head, I can't think of anything better.
I made a tweet about this. Her previous work with Jason Momoa, her chemistry with him, I think would make their dynamic way better than it already is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it would work really well. I mean, like you say, they've worked together before in Game of Thrones. I won't go into what happens in Game of Thrones with those two, but it's
Okay.
they'll have the chemistry. It'll definitely be there, and to be honest, I think she's better casting anyway. She's
Yeah,
a great
100%.
actor, and she'd play the part pretty well. So I see no issue in it, and I'll say yeah, get her in. So why not?
Yeah. I just can't wrap my head around them not firing Amber Heard.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways, let's move on. We've talked about Snyder Cut. We've talked about Aquaman. This is kind of in the Snyder Cut. Adam. They cut Adam out of the Whedon cut. The Adam is the guy that's
yeah.
Silas Stone's helper dude, nanotech guy.
He's called a scientist.
Ryan Troy.
Karen.
Yeah, I don't. Whatever. No, he's not just a scientist. He's like, okay, whatever. Yes, he's a scientist. They cut him out.
Yeah.
He's in the Arrowverse. I don't know who plays him.
Is
I didn't watch.
what is it? Is it DC Legends of Tomorrow?
Yes, Legends
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Tomorrow. I
There you
didn't
go.
watch. I haven't watched it yet. I've watched Flash and half
It's
of
actually
Arrow.
alright. I actually kind of enjoyed it. So.
Oh my god! Don't watch Supergirl, by the way. Anyways,
Oh, I haven't.
yeah, Adam is to me when I was introduced to because I was introduced to Ant-Man first, then Adam. I obviously have known about them for quite a while, but I've just known Ant-Man for longer. So Adam, when he hit me, I didn't. It was just kind of like they seriously just made another Marvel copy. I'm pretty sure Adam actually came first.
Yeah, Atom
and
was before.
watching all of the crossover events because I've watched all of Flash and half of Arrow, so I know a bit. I really like him. I don't think I like him more than Ant-Man, but I really like Adam. I'd love to see him more.
Yeah,
I mean-
he's a cool character. And
Yeah, so-
yeah.
You know,
He's
Martian
alright.
Manhunter,
They
Green
definitely
Lantern.
cut worse
Adam.
stuff in the Whedon cut. It wasn't the worst thing they cut.
They cut Cyborg. Just cut him out of the movie. They
But-
should have just cut him out of the movie. Seriously, it's so bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what they were going with that. Anyone else got anything to add on that? Because I feel like that was pretty quick.
No.
No, it's just Atom, innit?
We've got the Batman, which has wrapped filming. Like I said, I mean, cool, we're getting a new Batman, but I'm on the Snyderverse hype at the moment, and I just want to see more Ben Affleck.
Nah.
Are you guys hyped for
Disagree.
the new Batman movie?
Yeah.
I am.
Yes,
yeah,
I
well,
am.
As in the beginning of the podcast, yeah, I'm very excited for it.
Yeah.
To be
So-
honest, sorry, go on.
I've been looking. I was gonna move on. So if you have something else to add while we're still here,
Yeah, I was just gonna say because I know you're on the the whole Snyder Cut hype train, should I call it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's gonna be cool to see Batman portrayed again as with a new actor. And is it a trilogy? Do you reckon it's
It
gonna
is
be a
a-
whole trilogy?
it's a trilogy. I thought it was confirmed to be a trilogy. Although I could be wrong.
I don't know.
But either way, I want to see
Mhm.
I want to see it because obviously we've had Christian Bale, who I still think's the best Batman.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I want to see how what's his name?
Ed,
Ed.
is it? Is it
No,
Ed?
Edward's his name from Twilight.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert
Robert
Pattinson. Yeah.
I gotta say, casting choice. Not a huge fan. I gotta say.
I think
I
don't know.
I think I don't know. I haven't seen too much of him. I'm like when he's Bruce Wayne, he literally looks like he's 12. I'm sorry. I don't know. I can see
no.
and when he's in the Batman suit, I think I can see him. I'm not sure. I think I'm just gonna
I'm
be
also not a fan of the Batman suit.
I'm
I don't like
Yeah.
it. I don't like.
I like
that. I don't
everything-
like the cowl.
I was gonna say that. I like everything but the cowl. Like it goes way too far here.
Yeah,
don't know.
they've
Yeah.
literally just designed it so they could see Robert's
gonna get
entire
pissed about
jaw. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
entire design of Robert Pattinson's cowl. It's just so they could show off like everything there. That's it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
I wasn't a huge fan of his cowl, but everything else I did really like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm very excited for that. I think that has a lot of potential for sure.
I'm Batman.
Right, I think we should do a big move now. So the biggest things that are out right now is the Snyder Cut and the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because that is the two biggest things in the comic book universes, DC and MCU. And the WandaVision's done, Falcon's up. What did you guys
Alright.
think of
Wait.
episode 1?
I'm gonna do the same thing. Give it a number, 1 to 10, no
Okay.
explanation. I want to do it. I think this is interesting. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Ooh.
First episode.
I'm gonna give it 6.
Ooh. I was gonna jump in there with a 7.5.
I give it
Alright.
6.
I'll give it a 7.
Yeah, I gotta say, it really focused on watching people fight people that we don't really have any context for. Like, we got to see a lot of Falcon stuff, and it visually looked cool, but I wanted to... Okay, so when they announced this stuff, this was the series I was most excited for, besides Moon Knight. This was the series I was most excited for. And it's so far not been my favorite. Like, I've been a lot more interested in Bucky, what's going on with him, than I was with Falcon getting a loan for like 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Okay.
Falcon I like a lot more than Bucky overall. But in this episode, I just was like, can we get back to Bucky, please? This was I thought it was so much more interesting. In my
Yeah.
opinion.
I don't know.
I
I feel like going into this, I wasn't expecting it to be so character driven, but now I think moving forward, I'm going to accept it as that. For WandaVision, I was so intrigued because it was moving forward the entire MCU timeline to this multiverse, and epic stuff was going to be happening in the new movies. But even though I'm pretty sure the Falcon and Winter Soldier is going to be turned into 3 new upcoming series or movies, it's not a massive drive forward yet. Anyway, it's just character
but only
development.
one episode in,
and you got to
we?
see it as that.
But
I was definitely more. I mean, I know people didn't like the first 2 episodes of WandaVision, but I did prefer the first episodes of WandaVision than the first episode of this.
I don't know
prefer
about
the first
that.
episode of the Falcon and the Winter
So do
Soldier
I.
to the first episode of WandaVision.
Okay, I've got a question then. What do you guys think of the reveal of US Agent?
I'm excited for that. I mean, I feel like I've known about it for a while.
US
to be honest.
Agent?
I don't know. Yeah, the guy at the end, the
so
fake
you know,
Captain America.
You know
Captain
the new
America.
Captain America?
Sucks.
He
Sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, no, hold up. Because everyone's saying he sucks, and I get it.
He sucks.
Yeah,
God,
I mean,
yeah, but okay, but he's not. He is not the new Captain America. He becomes
No.
US Agent. He's not Captain America.
No,
Yeah,
but
everyone's
he
like, "Oh,
is
Captain
in the
America is
Captain
Steve
America
Rogers."
suit
Well-
with the Captain America shield, playing
well-
as and being introduced as, wait for it, Captain
Captain
America.
oh my god, what?
I get that, but if you've like, okay, if
He's
you've
gonna-
read the comics and stuff, you get that
Yeah.
he's
No,
US
yeah, I
Agent.
haven't.
He's totally gonna be like a villain. There's totally gonna be
Yeah.
a fight
Oh yeah,
sequence.
he's a villain, 100%, man. That's what.
Yeah.
Okay,
it is in the
spoiler
comics.
alert. Great, I didn't know that.
Well,
Well, I do now.
I didn't know that. That was a guess. I didn't know that. I'm just saying he's totally gonna be a villain. I didn't know if he was gonna be or not.
I didn't say. I didn't say. Shit,
no,
man.
yeah, you did say
He ain't a villain.
things.
No, he's
Yeah.
I
a-
didn't know. I didn't know, DL. But that's all right.
No, we just see
all
what
right.
happens.
Well,
We just see what
spoilers. Anyone? All right. Anyways, yes, I feel like it was largely negative reception to him, which I'm a little surprised about because we literally saw one scene of him, and obviously people are gonna want, our Captain America, but I feel like it's gonna be an interesting story. Not because
I
he's
hope
not.
he brushed away quickly.
Yeah,
I mean, I
he's
hope he
not-
just takes off the suit quickly, and Falcon takes back that shield.
He won't take off the suit. That is the US Agent suit. You can even look at the comics.
But
Yeah,
but he
I don't know
doesn't
about
keep
that.
the shield, does he? Because we've already seen Falcon throwing the shield at a tree.
That's
No,
true.
I don't think he keeps the shield, but that suit. So the
Yeah,
suit
I
he's
get
got
what
on
you're
now. If it goes by the comics, that suit would become black and red, not blue and red.
Okay, cool. I'm happy
Oh,
with
is that going to be
yeah.
the
yeah, well,
Hydra?
the shield was just used to be like a symbol of this is the new Captain America to give people hope, weren't it?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
The one thing I didn't like is how his head fit into the helmet. His ears are poking out like goddamn. Like
I
he
didn't-
needs
I
to
was
sort
more
out
concerned
that
about.
head structure,
I was
man.
more concerned about his jawline than his ears.
All right, so
We're just
Asteroid,
rinsing the
yeah,
actor.
Asteroid cares about the jawline. Dave cares about his ears. Rugged cares about the quads, apparently.
Oh, yeah, what's his
Whoa,
quads
whoa.
like?
he
What
ain't
are
got
his
Batman
quads like?
quads.
Let me have
Yeah.
a look. Oh man, he hasn't
You
got the
can't
quads.
see his
Right.
quads. Isn't he behind like a?
No, I've got a picture. Can't
You've
put
got a
him in.
picture. Okay.
I've got
Why
a
are we
picture of
searching
the
at people's
recording set.
quads?
Okay, so while you guys are showing the pictures of the quads, I do want to make a point of that this was, as I predicted or as I mentioned in the last episode of the podcast or the episode before, the most watched, the most viewed Disney Plus series premiere yet. Over WandaVision, over the Mandalorian, but I think that's also down to the fact that with all these new TV series, every new TV series is going to break records. So
Yeah.
Mandalorian Season 3, I think the premiere is going to break records as well. I think Loki's probably going to break records. I think with every new series, they're probably going to keep breaking records.
However, you say that, but this is okay. So I feel this one's broken the records by a great mile purely because it's technically, because it's not a movie, it's a TV show as well, is
Yeah.
the next part after Endgame. People have been
Yeah.
waiting to see what's going to happen with Sam.
Yeah.
Is he going to take up the role as Captain America? What's going to happen? So it's like releasing Endgame Part 2 in a way. People are dying to see what's going to happen.
Okay,
but
I
it's
also
not.
want
I
to.
think-
I also want to jump in here and say two things. A lot of people are. I don't want to say. How do I say this? Because WandaVision, I feel like the whole concept of it was kind of foreign when they announced it, and then obviously lots of people grew to like it. I didn't like it at first. Obviously, I didn't like the idea. I talk about this in the podcast quite a bit. Wasn't a fan of it, but this one is something that they're familiar with. Characters maybe a lot or generally more. I don't know, because Wanda doesn't get too much screen time in the MCU or movies, so I'm not sure if that's a contributing factor. Obviously, there's people that love her. It's the MCU, so I think that's going to automatically set the standards pretty high for that. So, in addition to them having a format that people are familiar with, in addition to having it be an endgame continuation, and being something familiar in the MCU, I think that just kind of all combines to make it that. Whereas like other series like The Mandalorian, it kind of like, I don't know, that was the first Star Wars show, first Disney Plus original. Not a lot of people even knew about it, and then Baby Yoda came in, and then the hype grew from there. WandaVision, the hype grew after things started to be planted into the series and whatnot. So I think that it's just something like this that ends up happening. It's just gonna grow as time goes on.
I think Loki's a lot more anticipated than any other Marvel series. So I think Loki's gonna smash it out the park.
Oh,
And
100%.
that is the like a continuation of Endgame. Literally, I think that's got to be it's not character development. It's got to be like a movie, because I look at it like kind of like Ragnarok. So we're gonna get it kind of. Who is it? The same guy directing Loki to Ragnarok? I don't know.
I don't
Probably
know.
not. But that's what I see it as, or it being as good as. I think Loki's going to be as good as Thor Ragnarok, and I think it's going to be epic, and I'm looking forward to it because I really like Loki as well, and the way he left Endgame and where he's going to turn up, and Heimdall as well. We get Heimdall, and he's jumping out of it's going to be epic. Loki's going to be awesome.
Do you think that's how Heimdall comes back? Because we see in Thor: Love or Thunder, we see set pictures with Heimdall in it.
Yeah,
so maybe we
Loki
get
brings
Thor.
Heimdall back.
Maybe we get a different timeline Thor or something. From the past,
maybe they'll interlink in a way.
Maybe Loki is going to go back in time, because we know he's going to go and change historical events. He goes back in time when Thanos kills him and saves him, because he needs him for something. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like we're probably just gonna get a continuation of this Loki, but because he's going to that time agency or whatever that whole time, I think it is an agency thing. We're probably gonna see some back to the future kind of stuff.
Yeah, probably. So something else I want to bring up, if we go back to Falcon and Winter Soldier, Anthony Mackie has said that there are going to be many surprise cameos in the series. So I cannot wait to see different variations of different people wearing Falcon, and then the different Captain. No, I'm just kidding. I'm playing off the last of what Paul Bettany said. But who do you think could be in the series? That joke didn't go very well. Who do you think could be in the series?
Probably just Captain America. I think we'll probably see him in some way, even if it's just old Steve Rogers, giving Falcon a talking to, something like that. I think it's probably very difficult because it maybe Hawkeye. Maybe
I could see that. Yeah, actually, that's a good idea.
Because I was about to say Black Widow, but
no,
not quite. Somebody like Hawkeye, probably one of the grounded characters that's probably going to be on Earth at the time.
Yeah, I can see that. Maybe
what about
like
Bruce
Nick
Banner?
I was gonna say Nick Fury.
Nick Fury, Bruce Banner. I think they're good. They're good points.
Ant-Man?
Nick Fury.
Ant-Man. Yeah, there's a lot of good ideas actually. Yeah, Ant-Man.
Yeah, because they do say that there are many, so I assume like a lot
I
of
think
these could
Ant-Man
be.
would probably
true.
be my favorite cameo actually.
Yeah, I love
Because-
Paul Rudd. He's one of my
Yeah,
favorite actors.
Yeah.
so-
in Ant-Man where he fights Falcon, maybe we'll see
That's so
a Falcon
funny.
versus Ant-Man 2. That'd be epic.
Oh,
Well,
that'd be
three
so
now,
awesome.
three now,
That'd be
Civil
pretty
War.
cool. I would love that.
Yeah.
I would love that. I feel like I don't think it's going to continue with WandaVision or anything like that, of course. You know,
What about the Eternals?
how?
The Eternals. We're not going to be able to be in Falcon and the Winter
I'm just
Soldier.
throwing one. I'm just throwing a random one in.
I mean, the Eternals could be in Doctor Strange too. I could potentially see that, but I don't know about
Okay.
this.
Okay. Moving on then. Moon Knight has pretty much confirmed Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight.
I'm so hyped.
Sebastian Stan just said he's excited to see Oscar Isaac play Moon Knight. This is all quoted, by the way. And Kevin Feige nodded his head, indicating a yes. Casting confirmed, I suppose. So, yeah, pretty much Oscar Isaac is Moon Knight.
Do you
Which
reckon
I'm
he's going to
so
bring
hyped.
in a lightsaber and a blaster as well?
Why would he
I'm-
bring a lightsaber?
Yeah, why would he bring in a lightsaber? It's Poe
Because he's from the
Dameron.
Star Wars franchise. I'm not saying he's a Jedi. I'm just, you know what? You made a bad joke, and so have I.
Okay,
So-
fair enough. You know, they do
Yeah,
it. They have Annabelle and Aquaman too, so I suppose they could have like
yeah,
a little.
that was so
Yeah,
awesome
oh, yeah.
when I
Lights-
saw that. But the reason why was because Orm
I thought it was
is
Norm.
I think I'm pretty sure it's Orm is
I thought it was Norm.
Ed
Right.
Warren from the Conjuring universe, so that's why that must have been why they put Annabelle in the sea. I didn't even see that when watching Easter eggs or anything. I was watching Aquaman 2 and I just see Annabelle. I'm like,
Aquaman
hold on
too.
a minute,
Aquaman 2.
that's
How'd you get hold
that's
of that?
Aquaman. That's Annabelle. And I watched the Annabelle movies and the Conjuring and stuff as well, and I really enjoyed them. So that was like awesome
yeah.
Easter egg.
So because you got Annabelle, you've got the Nun, which ties into it.
Well, you've got
and then-
three Annabelle movies. You've got the Annabelle prequel. Then you've got the newest one that I haven't seen.
yeah,
Then you got None.
and
Yeah.
then
not seen
all the
any.
Conjurings,
Or Conjuring. We're getting a new Conjuring. We're getting Conjuring 4 at one point.
Wait,
sometime
Conjuring.
soon. The Conjuring. I've never heard the Conjuring. Oh, that is how you say
The
it.
Conjuring. I
Shit.
thought it was The Conjuring.
It's
Yeah.
Conjuring.
I've already said the Conjuring.
I didn't think that was a word.
It's the
Either
same
way,
word.
we,
It's just
there is a
pronunciation.
new one coming out though, and I'm hyped because they're good horror
Yeah.
movies.
I've
and I
never
like how they
seen
tone it.
one.
I haven't
Oh,
either.
they're
I don't
very
like
good.
horror stuff at all.
I love horrors, man.
Yeah, horror's
I
great.
live for
Hate
horror
them.
movies.
Hate them.
You-
I think
you
the
hate horror
only-
movies?
I
Is it
hate
like
them.
Child's
Hate
Play?
them.
No,
well-
no.
It's not, but it's got the same scare. Like, so for me, I was only introduced to Annabelle after Chucky. Chucky was like my first horror movies that I ever watched.
Right.
So Child's Play, the Chucky movies, and then I watched Annabelle. Annabelle's still better though. The Conjuring and Annabelle. The reason why I like those as horror movies is because they have good story as well. It's not just scary. It's also
Yeah.
good story.
And they all interlink as well. I like how you've got all
Yeah.
these different titled movies, and when you watch them, you see like little Easter eggs from each one. So like when you watch The Conjuring, you get the Nun in there, and then they made a whole movie about the Nun, which was a bit
Yeah.
of a bad
And
movie.
Annabelle.
But I like how it all comes together. You know.
Yeah.
The last horror I watched was Insidious, and I did not like that.
I plan to watch that, but I haven't seen it.
That's
I just
also
thought it was
linked in. That's
boring.
also linked in.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, that's like its own cinematic universe as well, the Conjuring universe or
Yeah.
the Conjuring. But yeah,
Either
so right. So I've got a little rant to go on now. So going back to MCU, we've got quite a bit of information and news and movies that have been delayed. So Black Widow has been delayed to July 9th, but that does mean that it will be premiering on Disney Plus the same day it's going out to theaters on Disney Premier Access for $30.
What?
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings has been delayed to September 3rd. Free Guy, featuring, I'm pretty sure, Green Lantern guy, and and Deadpool guy. I'm pretty sure.
Ryan Reynolds.
Right, I'm pretty sure it's the Ryan Reynolds movie.
Yes,
It's
yes.
coming out or being delayed to August 13th. The new Pixar Luca movie is being delayed to June 18th, or it's releasing on June 18th on Disney Plus with no extra cost. Cruella is a new movie coming out March 28th, and it's going to be on Premiere Access for Disney Plus. Ben Affleck's Deep Water has been delayed to January 14th, 2022, and The Kingsman has been delayed to December 22nd, 2021. They're all
So
the new
one thing
delays. A lot of information.
So this just came out like as we were talking about the podcast. The Eternals is still going to be releasing on November 5th to tack on there.
Yeah, there's a lot for this second half of the year for the MCU. Black Widow, just in terms of movies, Black Widow, Shang-Chi, The Eternals, and Spider-Man, all in the second half of the year.
Bring me Spider-Man, man.
Yeah, I'm
Spider-
excited for Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I'm
gonna be
very
epic.
excited.
Speaking of Spider-Man, the double agent for Andrew Garfield seems has like not I don't know confirmed. I don't even know if you
Yeah.
can say that. But Andrew Garfield seems to be wearing the Spider-Man suit on the set for Spider-Man 3.
Not
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield, right? His Andrew Garfield's.
Double
I
I know
act.
I know his
double.
double posted it, but I thought he posted pictures of Andrew Garfield in the suit. I could be wrong.
I don't
Andrew
know.
Garfield.
It could be the
yeah.
other way around. It could be the other way around. I'm not
But
sure.
Where's Toby?
But still.
He's also confirmed
Well,
himself.
yeah, no,
that he's
yeah,
there,
yeah.
isn't he?
So no.
That
So
was a
okay,
joke.
okay. Let me fill you guys in. So Asteroid had put in a link into where we put all of the news to cover in the podcast, and one of them is a clip of Tobey Maguire saying that he's going to be in the next Spider-Man movie, but it's just dubbed over. It's just
Yeah.
a normal interview with this voice in the background saying, "Are you
I've
going
read
to be
it.
in Spider-Man 2?" Yes, I am, or something like that, and then it cuts.
Yeah, it has such a precise cut. It was so obvious. I thought it'd be funny.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Okay.
but no, he is not. He's not confirmed it himself, unfortunately. But I mean, are you really gonna have Andrew Garfield and not Tobey Maguire?
Nah, surely
Right.
not.
No,
Spider-Man
if
3,
Andrew
meaning all
Garfield
three
is,
of them should be in
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay,
I think.
Secret Invasion has cast its main villain as Kingsley Ben Adir. I think I might have pronounced that correctly. I don't know. Who plays, if any of you have seen Peaky Blinders, Colonel Ben Younger, which you might not recognise, but he's one of the characters in Peaky Blinders. I think that's good casting. I don't know what Secret Invasion's about, although isn't it to do with the scrolls?
It's the Skrull invasion of Earth.
Okay,
That's what it is.
The Skrull invasion of Earth.
Yes.
Oh, that seems like a so. For you Doctor Who fans, it could be like a Zygon kind of thing. But you know where they're
Yeah.
like in Earth and they're humans, and everyone's blending. You don't know who's a Zygon and who's a human.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what
You
it's
don't
going
know
to be
who's
like.
a Skrull
Yes.
and who's yeah, that'd be pretty epic. Yeah, I could.
So that's the deal with that one. Obviously, we're gonna have Nick Fury in that. We're having Monica from WandaVision in that. Obviously, Ben Mendelsohn as Talos, and then probably his wife, I'm assuming. So, and kid.
Mhm.
Maybe
And,
not his wife, his kid.
And Monica, right? Monica
Yeah, I
Rambeau.
said that, Monica.
What about
Yeah.
Jimmy?
No,
I don't think Jimmy,
Jimmy
was.
Woo?
Well, actually, I really
well,
hope so.
Yeah,
It's
if,
actually-
if it's on Earth, it's set on Earth. If it's a Secret Invasion, yeah, I'd say.
It's
yeah.
I bet it's gonna be half. There's probably gonna be that space station with Sword and probably on Earth. Because I mean, it's
What about Darcy?
it's a Skrull invasion movie.
hmm
I don't think Darcy's gonna be in this one.
Well, then I'm not watching it.
Well, that sucks for you, I guess.
And a delay I
We're
missed.
gonna make you watch it.
A delay I missed just then was that Venom Let There Be Carnage has been delayed until September 17th this year, which adds to. We are so blessed this year for movies
Yeah.
because of
I-
how little we got during last year. This year we are set. We have so
Unless
much
they
to
delay
watch.
even more.
I have a theory about why Venom was delayed. Because Tom Holland is filming Spider-Man 3. So,
I
and
know-
if there's been rumors of him coming into Venom, so maybe he's had to take a break from Venom to film Spider-Man, but they haven't filmed the scenes yet. But there's rumors that Tom Holland will be in in Venom 2.
That would be so sick. I'd
Yeah,
love
I
So-
hope
that'd be
I
me.
hope so.
That
But the
is
thing
my thought.
The thing is with Venom though is in Okay, so in the comics, Venom's portrayed as more or less a villain, but in the Venom movies, he's more like a hero in a way, isn't he?
Well, because it's from his point of view.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that is my main complaint about the movie. I think the movie's good, but it doesn't feel like it's Venom. He
I
doesn't
still
feel
love
like
it,
a.
though.
Yeah, I love it. It's
Yeah.
good. It's just it doesn't feel like he's not a killer. The only person he like straight up murders is the guy at the end that robs the liquor store. Just bites his head off.
Yeah.
He's killed other guy like the henchmen guys, but that's like. I don't really know. He's not. That doesn't feel like it's like straight up evil murder. It's kind of like defending himself. He didn't at that point. He didn't really know how to control it as well. So, I don't know. It didn't really feel like Venom to me, but I'm excited. So
Yeah, I'm excited as well.
that's what I got for that. All right. So it seems that we've gone over the Snyder Cut and we've gone over the MCU stuff. Do we want to move on to the game section?
Yeah.
Yes,
There's a
Because-
little bit of gaming we can talk about.
Discussing we've been talking about quite a bit about superheroes. Gotham Knights has been delayed to 2022. So
Everything's
this is
been delayed.
this is a good and bad thing
Mhm.
because obviously Gotham Knights being delayed, but that gives us a higher chance to see the Skywalker Saga at the future game show. But
It does.
these people who are watching this will know what happens at the future game show by the time
Yes.
this comes out. So
Yes,
we
because
don't know. So
I mean, we'll even know when this episode is out because we're recording this the day before the future game show, 2 days before.
2 days.
But
Yeah.
this episode will premiere a day after the future game show. So it either did show up or it didn't.
it's a
um
it's a higher chance for us because
Yes,
it's
but-
delayed. So
Gotham Knights has been delayed until 2022. Previously, Hogwarts Legacy was delayed until 2022. Suicide Squad: To Kill the Justice League is set to release in 2022, probably going to be delayed until early 2023.
Yeah.
I've got a
Yeah.
feeling Lego Star Wars is going to be delayed until probably full time this year. The reason being because if Lego Star Wars releases in the fall of this year, so we got Back for Blood in summer, Lego Star Wars in fall because we ain't got nothing this spring just yet unless we get something at a future game show, and then Gotham Knights is going to release early 2022. Hogwarts Legacy is going to release in the summer or fall of 2022, and then Suicide Squad is going to release in early 2023.
What
That is
if-
like my
that seems
timeline
logical.
theory.
what if the Skywalker Saga releases on October 20th, 2021? Oh man, that would be so. I would cry. That would be terrible. Well, it'd be kind of funny though at the same
I
time.
don't think
'Cause
it'll
if
be that late, but yeah.
I don't think it would be, but it would be pretty funny. So if you don't know, the Star Wars show a while back leaked the original release date for the Skywalker Saga being October 20th, 2020. That didn't happen.
Yeah,
So
to clear that up, I also, and I'm pretty sure you can as well, but I also contacted Lego a while back. I can't remember what video it was for, but I never included it in anything. But I contacted the Lego contact support group on their Lego website, and they clarified that October 20th, 2020 was the original release date. It was delayed from that exact release date. That was official. It wasn't just a rumored release date that was leaked, but we didn't know if it was actually real. That was official release
Yeah.
date. You can also, I'm pretty sure, if you don't believe me or do believe me, what have you, I'm pretty sure you can go and ask Lego the same thing and they'll probably give you the answer I just told you.
but do not spam their customer support, please. Do not
Yes.
go and
Yeah.
constantly message
fair.
them. That is not appropriate.
Yeah, just like anything with any games, to developers, to the company, it's just pretty cheap to go and to spam for news and stuff. In the
Yeah, don't do that.
meantime, even though we're getting little news and information on this game, in the meantime, do something else. Play a different game. There's loads of Lego games. There's loads of Star Wars games that you can play
Yeah.
in the meantime to get yourself hyped for this new
Mhm.
one. So,
Yeah.
And movies.
Yeah, just
and the
Speaking
movies.
of- yeah, that is true. There's a lot to look forward to in the future. This upcoming future. I don't know. Let's moving on from that topic. Oh my god, I don't know how to say this.
Okay.
Bethesda.
No,
Bethesda. I don't know.
Okay,
Bethesda,
so
I don't know how to say it. I'm
Xbox
sorry.
have successfully bought Bethesda with the
There you go.
promise of exclusive games coming to Xbox from Bethesda to all platforms with Game Pass, meaning
Bethesda.
xCloud, Xbox, and PC. Bethesda are the creators of games like Wolfenstein. They are creating the new Indiana Jones game, which will be an Xbox exclusive.
Yes.
Can't wait not to play that.
But they've
I'm
turned
really
it
looking
round
forward
this
to
year
it.
for Xbox. They've actually done really well, to be fair.
Well, there's been new
Yeah.
news that they're going to be potentially Microsoft buying Discord, so we could see Discord being an app on Xbox.
That would be
Which is interesting.
excellent.
Yes, that would be.
How would that
Wow.
work
That'd be
though?
awesome.
That would be.
I don't know how I feel about that
excellent.
actually.
I hope. That
How would you
wasn't
do
an
that?
intentional
They have
pun.
like the Xbox Live stuff. Why
Oh,
would they
they'd
put?
pull it off. So they've had Mixer on Xbox before. They'll pull it off something like that. They'll be able to do it, 100%.
I mean, yeah, it's just like I
They
don't know. I
might
feel like
link it
Mixer.
with the
and-
Xbox party chat. So like,
Yeah.
Oh, so the quality is gonna go down. Awesome.
yeah, it won't be great on Xbox, but it will be there. It will be used.
Yeah.
It'd be usable.
yeah.
It'd be usable.
Yeah.
We're not recording this on an Xbox.
No, we are not. We are not.
All right. Do we want to run through the next little bit of news about Marvel's Avengers?
No. Let's skip over that. It's a.
I played
yeah,
it.
Okay.
I've played it.
Okay. I don't really want to go over everything. Then
I
I
don't
don't
either.
think
Can I
any
just
of us
say?
do.
Can I just give a quick review? It's
Yeah, go
pretty
for it.
bad. It's pretty.
That's a-
It's. I don't know about that game.
So tell us what's new and tell us what you don't like about
What's new? Hawkeye character, same repetitive levels. You enter an aim bunker and you do it all again.
Oh,
And
Wow,
there's-
really?
They're
Yeah,
also
literally.
adding.
I landed on a world, and before the mission started, I thought we're going to enter a bunker, aren't we? Yep. 10 minutes in, enter. Not even that. 2 minutes in, you enter a bunker.
Yeah.
That sounds awful. I just didn't end up
However,
playing it
though,
because it just looks
the
crap.
Wakanda update for the game, actually, the Black Panther looks really cool, but the characters
they're
are
adding.
fun. But
They're adding. Sorry, I'm trying to. They're adding Black Panther. They're adding the Wakandan jungle biome, new enemies, and along with Claw, so the
Yeah.
villain in Black Panther. So that's
Wakanda
cool.
forever.
I bet there's
Also-
a bunker in Wakanda, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. I just saw it. So I bet they're also gonna have. I bet. I heard that they were gonna add all of the MCU appearances for the character.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
So maybe they'll have more than 3 people playing at the game.
It's okay, but like if you can pick it up for £5 or something,
Oh, I'm not.
It's
picking
still
it up
like
until it's
it's
free.
like $40 on Steam. I'm like, I'm
yeah,
gonna wait for it
that's
to be
ridiculous. It should be free.
2. Yeah,
It should.
it's not that. It's not that great.
I'll be bad if I found it for free.
Yeah, I don't know about that stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay. So let's move on. Who here has seen Game of Thrones? So
Me.
Rugged mentioned it earlier.
boy.
I
David,
have
you
not.
seen Game of Thrones as well?
I have.
DL. Okay, so Game of Thrones is an epic TV series that ended
Yes.
very poorly, and it has 6 or more than 6 rumored and confirmed prequels in development. I'm going to run over them quickly, but these seem pretty exciting. The House of Dragon is the only one that is definitely happening, 100% confirmed, set 300 years before the timeline of Game of Thrones,
Jeez.
following House Targaryen, and my man, Matt Smith, plays Prince Daemon Targaryen, so Matt Smith is going to be in
Yes.
it, which is awesome.
Jesus.
That
11th
starts production
Doctor.
in April, and that airs in 2022, so only next year for a Game of Thrones, which is epic.
So we should
not
get
bad,
something
not bad.
revealed
get Game
soon.
of Thrones again. Yeah. Just like I'm pretty sure we do need for Venom. We haven't got a trailer yet. I think
No.
we'll get a new trailer for this House of Dragon one. Probably at the end of this year. And then possible announced shows. So these are shows that have been announced, but they are not 100% happening. Dunk and Egg is set 90 years before Game of Thrones, following Sir Duncan the Tall and his squire, who later becomes King Aegon V Targaryen. Master Aemon's brother from Game of Thrones, if you know his character, was Egg's brother, the squire. Nymeria is another TV show set 1,000 years before Game of Thrones and it's about House Martell. The Sea Snake, or Nine Voyages, follows House Valerian, and Flea Bottom is set in the notorious King's Landing slum of Flea Bottom, and then there is an animated series. Currently, no details have been announced. And
is there not a prequel on Ned Stark and Robert Baratheon?
even more projects have been rumoured to be in the works. And no, there's no plans for a rumoured TV series with young Ned Stark. I know we saw young Ned Stark in the show at one point, and I think that would be pretty cool.
And Robert Baratheon.
I'd
But
like
yeah, no,
Robert
there's no-
Baratheon would be awesome, but Ned.
Yes.
Let's be honest. Ned Stark. As soon as we saw that he was cast as Sean Bean, we knew he was going to be killed.
Yes, yeah, we did.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit, well, yeah. Well, I see. The thing is that Game of Thrones. If you've never seen Game of Thrones and you're at least over the age of 16, go watch it. So I
can
don't really want to
summarise it
spoil
if you want.
anything. No, let's not.
Yeah, please summarize it for me.
because it's
but without
spoiler
free.
It's worth
Spoiler free.
watching.
Spoiler
It's one of the best
free.
TV shows. Okay, spoiler free. Spoiler free.
Spoiler
free.
3 summary.
Go for it.
So let's put this. I'm just going to say a few words. So incest.
Yeah! Sorry.
A lot of nudity and sexual content, battles, people being beheaded. Let's go for dragons. We got some dragons in there. Sorcery, and basically a lot of deaths.
You've
All right,
caught my attention.
let me sum this up better. Okay, so instead of bulletin pointing every flaw the show has, basically there's 7 kingdoms of the current. I think it's set in the UK or on the grounds of the United Kingdom. It's never revealed. But the 7
it's
kingdoms
Westeros.
forms Westeros, right? And it's set way back when. Yeah. And it's the fight for power, basically. The entire show is about the fight for power until
Iron
they
Throne,
come
basically.
across
I was
for
going
the
to
Iron
say that. You
Throne.
could have said the Game of Thrones.
Or until they come across beings
Dragon.
beyond the wall, and then it turns into a battle against the supernatural. But still, at the same time, the battle for the throne, the Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
isn't
the
there, like-
North versus the South, and the North are
Yeah.
the best, so...
Right, there's like that blue
Yes.
Darth
Yeah.
Maul guy, right?
The King of the North.
The North's best,
Yeah.
anyway.
There's the
King of the-
small Darth Maul.
That's the blue Darth Maul guy.
The blue. Oh, I thought you was insulting.
He's in Mandalorian, isn't he? He's the officer.
blue Darth Maul guy.
Yeah, you're
The
on about
the bad guy.
Yeah, one of the
The
White
Ice
Walkers.
King.
Yeah, the Ice King.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Okay.
I don't know. You said a lot of words to me.
Snow.
But there is a lot of Game of Thrones prequels that I am very hyped about. I've seen Game of Thrones twice, and it's about time that I rewatch it again because it's been over a year since I last watched it.
Yeah, you
but I
won't
think
beat my
I'll set
grandma's
myself.
record.
I think I'll set myself to watch it before all these series comes out. Which
My
All I-
grandma's
all I
seen
can
Game
say-
of Thrones
Sorry.
9 times.
Jeez, man.
it is worth it. I get it.
Yeah,
It
she
just
I
forgets
would
it though.
recommend- I'd recommend. So it's all good watching it, but maybe potentially read the books because they're pretty good as well.
I've
all
bought
I'm
the
saying,
books.
if anyone
bought
is
them.
going to watch,
Never read them though.
if any of you are going to watch Game of Thrones, if you get attached to a character called Arya Stark in the last season,
Oh.
you see her get a groove on, and it's really disappointing.
Okay, I
Because
was about to say, I was like, Arya Stark never dies. Oh,
No,
yes,
she doesn't,
The
because-
child from season 1. The
Yeah,
you,
and then
you,
and then
come
you see her
to, yeah,
getting
her
getting
groove
freak
on, yeah, dance, yeah. Which isn't very nice. No,
No,
it's not. It's not
I
pleasant.
wasn't a fan of it. Although she's quite hot in real life, so why not?
I'm so clueless to what's going on, and I just heard that.
So,
Yeah,
we
but no,
move
Game
to
of
the next
Thrones
thing.
is great. You want to
We
move to the
move.
next thing? Okay, go for it.
Yeah, so it has. It's not. There's not great detail about it. I did talk about Sonic at the start of the show. However, Sonic 2 has begun filming. Basically, there's just a picture of a chair that says Sonic 2, and there's not too much about it. It's just begun filming. So that's
So was the
basically
first
it.
movie good?
Yeah, I think it'd
Do
be
you-
okay.
Yeah, you think that Sonic 2... Anyone else is hyped for Sonic 2?
I am
I've not
so
seen
hyped.
Sonic 1. I'm actually going to watch it last night, funnily enough.
So, Sonic 1 is probably my favorite movie-going experience of all time, not because it was a good movie, but because it was bad. It was so... Well, not bad, but I went and saw it with friends. It was so funny. I had... That was my favorite movie experience of all time.
Yeah,
it
so
was
it's
so
just
funny.
an enjoyable, cheesy...
Yeah, it's not great.
It's like
but
if they
it's
release
just-
They
it's
should
just
release a
alright.
Chuck E. Cheese movie. It'd be like the same level of humor. I think.
Okay,
I don't know. I'm excited. I think the second one is going to be maybe. I don't know how I feel about it.
It's
Might
just
be
gonna
better.
be funny, isn't it?
I
It's
think we
just
need
gonna
a
be
Mario
funny.
movie.
You know, you remember the last one? You know about the last Mario movie they did?
No, I'm joking. I don't want Mario being ruined.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah, I
so I think we should skip the next two topics because we're kind of just going over topics really quick and then not having much discussion because there isn't really much to talk about. So in terms of Sonic, you know, it's begun filming, but there you go. As I said, it's begun filming. Zack Snyder's Justice League opened up for potential director's cut to be a thing where directors can just release their director's cut, obviously with
Approval.
Go on.
approval. There you go, approval.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the word. Thank you very much. And one of the movies that Chris Columbus has teased that we could be seeing is Mrs. Doubtfire. The movie premiered in 1994 in the UK, starring the late Robin Williams. It was a PG-13, but Columbus has confirmed there are many different cuts, including an R-rated cut that we may see someday, because it does exist.
That'd be pretty cool, to be fair.
I think
I
it
know
would be
so much about this topic.
hilarious.
Mm.
I mean, it's got to be at least 10 years since I've seen Mrs. Doubtfire. But
I can't remember watching it, to be honest.
I have literally never heard of this before until like when we were looking over this podcast.
Rugged,
Oh,
have
I
you
know.
seen Mrs. Doubtfire?
Maybe.
Wow,
I
you're
don't
all
know.
children.
Is it like Nanny McPhee or something?
I'm a child. You're a
It-
child.
No, it's not like Nanny Mc... Okay. No, it's not like Nanny McPhee. It's about... The movie is about a dad who can't see his kids anymore, so dresses up as a babysitter and puts on like prosthetics and everything as a woman. But it's still a man. He still talks with a deep voice. Still goes for a piss standing up. And at one point, is one of his kids opened the door and he's just standing up as a woman, in the bathroom.
Why?
And they're like, "You're not a woman."
Yes, I have seen it. I have
The
seen it.
basic
I have.
premise of the movie is that a dad wants to see his kids, so he plays as their babysitter. But then
Yeah.
he's two different characters throughout the entire movie, and an R-rated cut of the movie would be hilarious because
Yeah.
apparently with some of the scenes they done up to 24 different versions of the scenes,
Man.
which is
Yikes.
insane. And with some of them, jokes that were way too explicit for a PG-13 movie. That would be awesome for an R-rated.
So it
cut.
is like Nanny McPhee.
No.
No, it's not. It's not. I have seen it, and it is actually a good movie.
Yeah, it's an old
Interesting.
movie, very old movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know literally anything about that at all. I've never heard of it, so
Okay,
Maybe
know.
it's more of a UK sort of thing. I don't know.
I have I don't think
it's an American movie. I'm pretty sure. It's set in the
Yeah.
US.
Yeah, probably.
I'm tired, man. Jeez.
All right, do we want to quickly wrap this up with one or two more topics?
No,
Because
Do we have two more topics to cover?
I have something I wanted to talk about.
There's the new
Okay,
Godzilla
go
vs.
for it.
Kong clip.
Okay, there's a new Godzilla versus Kong clip. I wonder if it's going to be more of they're fighting. I don't know. Is there anything that's actually been like new about Godzilla versus Kong? Because everything that I've heard about
it is releasing in it literally next week.
It is. I didn't know it was coming out
7
next
days
week.
away
Okay.
from recording this.
And where are we
which
going to be
means
able
we'll
to
be covering
watch
it in the
it?
next podcast.
Maybe we could
it's
do a
HBO Max,
reaction.
I'm pretty sure. We'll be able to find it. Yeah.
All right. So besides
Pirate
that, there was
Bay.
one thing I wanted to throw in before we end the podcast. Only bit of Star Wars news. They're adding the original 2003 Clone Wars, Caravan of Courage, Ewoks: The Battle of Endor, Star Wars Ewoks,
Onto
and the
Disney
story of the
Plus.
faithful Wookiee onto Disney Plus. Yes.
Yes.
So all of the original like Ewok movies and stuff from when Star Wars was first coming out, and the Clone Wars 2003 bit, which I think you can find the original 2003 Clone Wars all on YouTube. So it's, I don't know, it's kind of like, I feel like it's gonna be good because more people are gonna know about it, so they know they can watch it because it is really good. But you can watch the whole thing right now if you want.
Is anybody
I
going
just
to
thought
watch
those were-
any of this?
I'm gonna watch it. I think
I'm
it'd be
gonna watch
interesting.
it.
Yeah, I think it'll
I'm
be
not.
fun.
I think that I think they probably failed to. I expect they haven't aged well, which means for experiences like watching the original Clone Wars movie, for the newest Clone Wars movie, the old but newer than that one, the 2003 one. It was just too outdated for me. I couldn't get into it.
I don't know about that one. It's
Have you seen the holiday
animation
special?
style, so probably not. Because Mace Windu beats up a lot of battle droids with his fist, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's really cool. And General Grievous, I think a lot of people who have seen the 2003 Clone Wars can say that that's their favorite General Grievous appearance,
Yeah.
including myself. It's really cool. Grievous is really cool in that.
Yeah, he fights
He's-
with his legs, doesn't he? And
Yeah. Now you got to watch it now. 'Cause it's really good.
I
Actually.
mean,
It's got Shaggy
I
in.
don't think I will. I think it's cartoon. I'm pretty sure like all of this is cartoon, right? I don't think I'm
Yeah.
gonna step into that. I think the Clone Wars is the only animated series I've watched in a very, very long time. And
Then
How
you
far-
need to dive into some anime.
no.
No.
How far are you on
No
the
touching or
actual
no
Clone
more
Wars
done
series?
by this.
Okay, so I've taken a break from Clone Wars because I've been watching a lot of other stuff, but I'm preparing to continue watching that before playing Lego Star Wars: The Clone Wars again. Even though
Have you-
I've already watched what that's based on, it will get me in the mood to play that game. I think I'm
remember
in I'm still season 4, I think.
I remember you tweeted out a while back that you were watching Umbara. Did you finish that?
Umbara?
The planet with Pong Krell.
Oh yeah, that's good.
I know you tweeted about it. That's my favorite arc of the whole show.
He doesn't even know himself.
Describe the
Okay.
arc. Describe the arc. What's the
Pong
arc?
Krell, he's got a big
There-
chin.
He's got a big chin. It follows all of the
Very helpful.
501st on a very shadow planet. It's very dark.
What
I
do we
don't really
do?
wanna
What happened in the episodes?
The general is very dumb, and he does. How do I say it without spoiling anything?
He
No,
makes.
okay,
Um,
spoil. Okay, it can't be that big of a spoiler. So
Okay,
Just go for
Rex is Okay, so the men are very mad at General Krell for having stupid tactics, and General Krell is very mad at the troopers for not following his direct orders specifically, even though his orders suck. And Rex is trying to like please both the general and his men, and a lot of clones are dying. I know you've seen it, so I mean, if maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe have a
No.
rewatch.
it doesn't.
Yeah,
It doesn't
have-
really balance. Do not ask me to do a rewatch.
Please rewatch
I-
at least that episode, because if that's
Yeah.
where you left off, you need that. It's a really good
I
arc.
have a bad
yeah.
feeling about this.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
I ended an arc when I stopped watching it, when I paused watching it, because since then I've been watching Indiana Jones, the DCEU. I'm going to be watching all the Batman movies next.
Christian Bale.
No, not Christian
Okay,
Bale.
well.
I'm waiting for Lego Batman 2 to watch the Dark Knight trilogy. So I'm only going to watch the first 4 Batman movies.
Yes.
Enjoy.
good.
That's an experience.
No, they could have. I grew up watching them. The Batman and the Batman Returns, Batman Forever.
With Jim
I have
Carrey
only
as
seen like 2 of them.
Yeah,
the
I've
Riddler.
seen that. Yeah, Jim Carrey's Riddler and Two-Face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen
hilarious.
that one.
And
yeah.
then Arnold as Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
I don't. I only think I've seen one of those.
They're
I
fun.
don't even remember which one it was. Yeah, I don't know. I'd much prefer the modern dark Batman. Might just be me
Yeah.
though.
I prefer
Alright.
them, the comic booker.
Interesting.
Okay. Ready
wanna
to
wrap
wrap
this up?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the podcast. This podcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Patreon, and YouTube. So if you want to watch it on any of those other platforms, download it there. It'd be greatly appreciated. Also, we want to give our patron supporter a huge thank you, Sultan Al Saad. If I mispronounced that, I'm terribly sorry, but big ups to you. Thank you so much for supporting the podcast. The Patreon link is in the description down below if you want to support us there as well. Helps us improve the podcast and extend our reach. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you join our Discord server and ask questions of the week for the next episode of the podcast. And we'll see you guys next time.
See you soon.